Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday the 4th of February 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot for today's reading. Let's see what these cards have to say about Friday. This is a very kind of modern, newish deck. Okay. Nice. Right, so let's see what these cards want you to be aware of here on Friday and what energy you'll be working with. Right, so let's see. First card is the Hermit, the Four of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. Okay, so if you, at first glance, no one's really doing anything. She's sitting around kind of looking bored, staring out into space. The Hermit, is meditating and trying to find enlightenment, but also if you look at it, you could say someone's just sitting at the top of a cliff watching the sea. And if she weren't meditating, she's also taking a time out and resting and just sitting cross-legged with her arms, her hands folded in kind of a prayer position. So each one of them is kind of on a personal journey. They're feeling their feelings, they're reflecting, they're trying to elevate their consciousness. So I get, first and foremost, that it's a day to take care of yourself and to address any difficult feelings. If you are on a spiritual path, to say, okay, well, people who meditate actually meditate, and I'm going to sit down for 10 minutes and do it, like writers write, swimmers swim. And then the Hermit is also about, if I do look within, then I can find the light in the dark and I can become the source of the light. It's kind of being the thing at the center of a circumstance, and the actions you take then have a ripple effect that influence other people, versus being someone on the fringes, on the outskirts, being influenced by someone else. Wow, I've never really got that about the Hermit, and I'm getting it via this depiction of it. The more specific you get in your life, and the more you realize who you are, and the more of a light you've shined on yourself, and the clearer you get on yourself, the more power you have. Because you'll be aware of the unique gifts and talents that you have that other people don't, and how you can use those to become the center of attention, so to speak, to be the one who influences rather than who is influenced. So the cards are saying that this isn't just a good day to relax and to take care of yourself, although you can do that, but that kind of self-care is going to lead to personal revelations that you can then do something with. Okay, so the Hermit is a major arcana card, so that's the major theme of the day. That reflection isn't just, relaxing or something that you can do for 10 minutes and that's the end of it. It has a lot more meaning on this day. It's going to offer you real answers, and it's going to shine that light, or it's going to let the light shine from you and into the world. So the Hermit is always by himself or herself. It's usually going out into nature with the lantern and then reflecting and contemplating for the sake of transformation, taking something that's dark and difficult to make sense of and transforming it into something joyous. So please do, if you do have a meditation practice or you've fallen off, as everyone does, being consistent with those practices. I was just saying to someone in a reading I did a moment ago that I actually like to do transcendental meditation. I've tried lots of different things, and that's the one that worked for me. And even though I like it, I'm still not consistent with it. I still don't do every day. I try, and I get a lot from it, but it doesn't happen every day. So if you've lost your routine, or you've never meditated, it's a good day to get back into it, or to explore that subject for the first time if you've never really looked into it at all. So that is the solution one to boredom and irritability and dissatisfaction and a lack of gratitude, and not feeling like you can feel your life. You know, like, I know I've got stuff to be grateful for, but I just can't feel it. I just can't engage with it. I just don't want it. I don't know if you've ever felt that sense of disconnection, but it's really frustrating. And because this beautiful young woman is looking at the hermit there, that's what I feel is the solution to a sense of, oh, I'm dissatisfied, nothing ever works for me, and what should I do next? Everything is pointless, apathy and disillusionment and boredom. By looking within, you will, one, realize all of the good things that you do have in your life, so it'll be easier to be grateful. You will start to see the rainbows again, the beauty in things, by allowing the spiritual in. So everything looks green and blue, suddenly it's multicolored. It also shows you that you have a lot of emotional resources, plural, a lot of emotional resources at your disposal, which you can use to change the way you feel. But most importantly, the illumination or the clarity you get around yourself immediately galvanizes you into action because you are paying attention, and it says, hey, I'm being given another bowl here full of magic. I wasn't aware that I had access to this or that it already existed in me. Magic comes out of it, so of course I'm going to take this chance and I'm going to run with it. So the hermit and the meditation and the spiritual practice is going to lead to you understanding something. Wait, I'm not saying this properly. Let's say you suddenly realize that you are the most talented swimmer ever. And you've been kind of bored and lack of interest, and you realize this about yourself. You're like, oh my God, I've got real potential. Of course, I'm going to go start training in the pool for 4 hours every day and see where it leads me. Maybe I'll be on the front of a Kellogg cereal box in a few years doing advertisements. So the cards are saying it's not a lack of motivation, it's a lack of clarity, it's a lack of information, it's a lack of direction that's got you to this space. And now that you get the right info that you need, that seems like a gift from the universe, ta-da, here are the answers that you need, then you jump up and you run off and you're no longer bored. So I see her not sitting like this. I see her running through the fields with her arm outstretched saying, hooray, I'm coming, future. The Seven of Wands is usually about stamina and facing obstacles and pushing through them no matter what. Here it's different. We've got someone meditating. We've got it's the 7 wands kind of pushing in and being somewhat threatening almost. But she's turning her head away and she's saying, I have the power that's going to protect me from all these obstacles. All I need to do is connect with the serenity within, and this will resolve itself. Okay, so the cards are saying, don't focus on the details so much, especially the ones that say, oh no, you can't. Like with the swimming example, oh, I want to be a great swimmer, I'm going to start training. Oh no, I can't because I'm 37 years old and I've never swum professionally, so who do I think I am? I can't do it. Don't even go there, like she's not going there. Let those kind of negative thoughts flow in and out, in one ear, out the other. Focus on the power, the light inside of you and what that's telling you, and keep going. Push them away. These are nothing. They're tiny little toothpicks you can just brush aside. Important thing is to run off and to be excited about this new information that you've got. It's really profound. Yeah. And some talents are more difficult to discern and to honor. Like if you're a fabulous engineer, then I mean that's pretty straightforward. You go to engineering school and you do what you love. But let's say you're very good at, I don't know, life coaching. Then that's something that's a little bit more difficult to put your finger on because one, it's something that you maybe learn as you go through life, through experiences and talking to other people. I mean, you can't be a life coach at 5. You have to have gone through certain things and be able to speak to other adults. And then second of all, the job life coach is much more niche than engineer, for instance. So other people aren't going to understand it, or some other people aren't going to understand it. So you can't get their support and guidance to tell you to do this job because they don't even know it exists. So you have to figure it out by yourself, and that then takes longer. So, if you have a very unique and special gift that does take longer to figure out, that may be frustrating because of all the searching and looking for and all of that stuff. But ultimately, it's going to be a much more niche talent that then is much more valuable because fewer people have access to it. So what's your unique talent? Number-wise, we've got 9 and 4 is 13. And 7 is 20. 20 reduces to 2 in numerology. And 2 is about cooperation and relationships, creating a dialogue. So the main dialogue is you've got a conversation with your higher self, and it's talking to your lower self. And the higher self wins, turns it around, focus on the gratitude stuff, the power you have within. And because you're in that headspace, the obstacles, which at other times could be very problematic, they barely exist. They become very trivial and irrelevant. 7 and 4 is 11, 9, yeah, 20. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful day. And even if you don't feel like you're having these major epiphanies, use the time for self-care. I think that's really important on this day, just to recharge your batteries. So I hope you have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, scroll down a little bit until you get to the Book Your Readings button. Click on that to audio reading with me. I use astrology, the tarot, and numerology in my personal readings. If you have any questions about life purpose or relationships, career, living situation, health, family, anything at all, then please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.